Well, many farmers, they might be holding grain in storage for longer this year, waiting for that right price. Well, while the goal is to capture a better price down the road, extended storage increases the potential for quality reduction. John Mays with Central Life Sciences joins us now with some guidance on this. Always a pleasure, John. Thank you for being here. Let's talk about the factors that are driving farmers to hold on to grain longer.
Absolutely. Good morning, Suzanne. The markets have been pretty volatile the last few months, and we believe they'll continue to be through 26. And frankly, growers have built a lot of capacity on their farms, grain bins the last few years, and they're trying to wait these markets out and be able to sell at a better time. So that's we look at this market and we know that if growers are able to wait, they can a lot of times get a better price for their commodities.
Well, when we know that grain is held for extended periods of time, there are risks to that grain. And speak to that, John.
Yeah, so growers a lot of times on farms, once it goes in the bin, other than checking moisture levels or a few other things, a lot of times they don't look at the bug populations that they have. That grain mass can be really impacted by populations of bugs eating on that grain mass. In a lot of cases, just over 30 days, we see 2 to 3% total dry matter loss damage to that grain mass.
I was going to ask you, how long before producers start to see this loss, or is it sometimes just goes unnoticed?
It goes unnoticed a lot of times, but frankly, from the Pacific Northwest down to the Southeast, it doesn't matter what part of the country you're in, the Eastern Corn Belt, it takes a while for that grain mass to cool down. And in that time period, bugs can do a lot of damage. So we suggest doing, what you can by pre-treating the grain, doing a pre-bin treatment, or using products like Revista or Diacon directly on the grain. And that gives the growers peace of mind that they can store longer and take advantage of these market upswings.
And John, when you talk about some of these steps growers can take to protect the grain, does it matter at what point that protection goes into play? Is it immediately when this grain is stored?
It does. That's the best case scenario, because what you're doing, you're being proactive at that point. You're not being reactive, because once you've seen bugs, I'm not saying it's too late, but they've already done damage, and it's damage that's cost you, in some cases, a lot of money. And so we tell growers, hey, if you're gonna store grain on your farm, especially grain that you're going to try to market out into the spring and summer months, you're going to want to pre-treat, not only pre-treat the floors of the bin, but you'll want to treat the grain itself.
How can farmers right now, John, they want to find out more information, where can they go to learn more about this?
Real easy. You can go to bugfreegrains.com. It's got a lot of good information, a lot of videos, how to, and just give you some of the science behind what we're trying to help growers with. And I was at Commodity Classic last week, and a lot of talk about this very subject. So I think growers need to take a look at bugfreegrains.com.
Absolutely. Great information. Always enjoy having you here. Thanks, John, for being here. John Mays with Central Life Sciences.